So you want to know about the cutout. So I wasn't wrong. So to give you a good idea, I got so much drinks here. To give you an idea of what's happening, there's the bees came from right there. I saw a mailbox that was made out of beehives. That's probably where that swarm came from. But the thing is, with that hole that was there, there was not a there was no well, first of all, I was told that it was just some paneling on the inside, which, as I said in the earlier video, that's never correct, right? It's never just the paneling on the inside. There's always something else. So it turns out where the hole is in the wall, there's paneling, there's a water heater, there's a washer and dryer right there. There's a cabinet on the wall that has to come down. So yeah, it's quite a bit more work than was planned. So I knew the customer had to go to an appointment at 5:30. So what I did was I put a nuke there. It's got some frames in it, and I shot a bunch of honeybee gone into the gap there, into the hole where they were coming out, and ran a bunch of them out. Now my thought was that they're not that established, they'll want to get out of there, right? And so that's kind of where we're at right now. So I left a Pro Nuke there with frames in it, with a little bit of Swarm Commander in it, to try to lure them into the box, and it was working for the ones that couldn't get back in. And tomorrow morning I'm going to make another trip out here, and I'm actually going to drill a hole at the top of the wall. First we're going to try to drill a hole and shoot some honeybee gone in the top to drive them down. We actually have that plugged up right now so no bees can get out. And in the morning, I'll remove the steel wool, let the foragers out, and I'm going to try to run them all down to the bottom and then open it up. And, when they come out, my nuke will be sitting right there with bees and Swarm Commander and old comb in it. So hopefully we can do that way. I'm not opposed to making money, but I am opposed to tearing somebody's house up in the process. If it was just taking a piece of paneling off the outside wall, yeah, no problem, easy to do. But when you start having pipes that are going through that wall, and the only thing I can do is cut it out, and I already told them I take it apart, I don't put it back together. I'm here to get the bees out, not rebuild the house. So, that's just the way it is. Manage the expectations up front, and try to go with it from there. I'm not a jerk when I go out there. I just let them know that, hey, this is what's going to happen, or it's not going to happen, right? That's the way it's going to be. Or they can get someone else to make it happen. But the main thing is that the customer knows exactly what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. And every step of the way, he's like, yep, I understand. I said, I'm going to try the free version first, using the spray to get them out of there. And if that don't work, then we'll try something else. But he was on a time constraint. I didn't have any limitations on how long I could stay there. But we've got a bunch of foragers blocked out in the Pro Nuke, and some landed on the wall, but they can't get in. They can't get back into where they were coming out of. So tomorrow, now it's been 24 hours since they moved in, so it's my hope that we can run them out before they get too established in there, because there's not going to really be any comb hardly, or they'll draw it out quick, but hopefully not that quick, where we can't get them. So if anybody's got a plan, yeah, I'm just doing what I can to get them out of there as cheap as I can for the homeowner, because I know how I am. And here's the option. I go over there and the customer says, well, take them out. And I say, okay, it's going to cost you $1,000. And then they're like, nah, that's all right. And then as soon as you leave, they spray them dead, right? So there's that option. Or there's, hey, I'm going to try to do it as cheap as I can for you. And just know that, we're trying to spray. Now I'm going back for the second time. So there's costs involved. And if I can get the queen and get a colony, then, I won there. But I can also make a little bit of money without knocking the customer's dick in the dirt, right? That's the main thing, is that I don't want my price to be high enough to where they want to kill the bees to save the money, right? That's not the goal. So, hell, to be honest with you, I could probably take I don't have a Dremel tool, but I've got one of those tools that you always see Dirt Rooster and all them use, a DeWalt, where it just has a cutter on it. I could probably just cut out the top part and do a section cut out and get them from there without having to mess with the pipes and everything. Plus, in the garage, they ran this guy just bought the house in November, he said, but they ran power along the top of the roof line. They basically got a 1x2 around the side on the top edge, like trim, and then they've got electrical cable stapled to that all the way around. So that's another thing. So then what? I got to cut that out to get around the electrical and everything. There's like a timer for a sprinkler system in the garage wall. It's all right there, and it's like, of course, that's where the bees are. Right behind that. So, I'm going to take a different variety of tools out there tomorrow, and I'm going to come loaded for bear. So if that don't work, the spraying Honey B Gone in the top and running them out. Yeah, I got a picture of it, but I don't think I can't show the picture on here, I don't think, right now. But yeah, it's just the worst spot it could be in. That's where they're at, because there's the stairs coming out of the main part of the house to the garage, and then right behind those stairs is the water heater and everything. So it's really a pain in the ass spot. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to make the homeowner want to kill him. But I'll be honest with you, the other people that he called before he got in touch with me, they told him $500 just to come out and look at it. I'm like, really? $500 just to come look at it and give a quote? Or I never even told him how much I was going to charge him. I just said, look, I'm going to try to do this cheap as I can. And if I said, my rule is if it's in a tree or a bush, I'm not going to charge you at all. Once I start having to deconstruct stuff and cut into your stuff, then there's kind of a liability issue, and you're going to pay. I think that's fair. And the fact that I came out there and I'm trying to get them out without charging them first, charging becomes the last result, or the ditch effort. Because if they're in there too long, then he's got a bigger mess, right? So just kind of the way I'm looking at it, and we'll see what happens tomorrow when I go back. I'll try to take the GoPro and all tomorrow. Customer always wants to be right there when you're doing it. Like, dude, I'm getting bees. You can stand here if you want to. I don't recommend it, but you can. And so that's the status update on that. So again, it wasn't an easy bush shake and get 5 pounds worth of bees. It's tear up my whole garage to get 3 pounds of bees or something. So we got some options. We'll see what happens with it. But right now I'm not too excited about it because of the amount of effort I've got to put into it to get them out. And more than that, I don't like destroying people's. Yeah, hopefully we can get them. I've trapped a lot of the bees out already. The foragers that were returning, and any that I sprayed the Honeybee Gone that came funneling out, they're blocked. They can't get back in. So the only thing is my Swarm Commander baited nuke right there by the entrance. So I feel pretty sure they're going to go in there. I mean, there was a lot in there already, but then tomorrow, pulling out that steel wool where bees can come out that are trying to get out to forage and whatnot might be a different scenario. So we're gonna see if we can do that and beat the clock. And hey, I don't have to cut or take the whole piece of paneling down. I can just cut a square to where I can get up there to them and get to the queen. Then that's a win for me. As long as the homeowner, either way, the homeowner would have to replace that. It's got that old wood grain plywood hanging up. Do they even make that shit anymore? I don't even know. But yeah, but of course, you know, they've got their cabinets that they put their detergent and everything in right there. So that's got to come down. So it's just like pain in the butt. It can't just be easy. At least not when I'm involved. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you the update. I'm on the way back to the house now, and I guess I'm just gonna have to start leaving my ladder and everything in the back this time of year, and I've had one last week, one this week so far, and we're been 0 for 2 right now. Well, I'll say 0 for 1.5. Still waiting on the other one. Anyway, guys, we'll talk to you later. I'll post a picture of that inside corner where the bees are on the community so you can check it out. I got beer at the house, man. Got cold beer at the house. All right, we'll talk to you guys in a little while. Have a good one. Bye.